We're in the kitchen here at Gladstones restaurant, and for today's vlog I have Chef Pete with me. He's been in kitchens all his life. He's run this place for a while, has been in other places, and I don't think anybody knows how to cook fish better or seafood than this gentleman. And can you give our viewers a few tips, Chef, on some of the common mistakes? I mean, the one thing I see done all the time, and even in other people's kitchens, is they seem to overcook the fish.
They overcook the fish. There's two reasons for that. One, either the grill is too cold and they just leave it on there and they forget about it, and yeah, it's still cooking, but it's just too cold. And the other one is it's just too hot. For me, it's funny, I was just explaining this to someone yesterday, but getting a barbecue ready, and you can put your hand 2 inches above the grill, about like for a 4 to a 5 count. If you can do that one, it's the perfect heat. If you can't put your hand in there, it's too hot, and if your hand stays in there, it's too cold.
The best saying I've heard is that it's already dead. You don't have to kill it again.
That's true.
So that's pretty good. What other pointers would you give our viewers that are, maybe they went out fishing this weekend or they got fish from last season? What tips can you give them about cooking fish?
Back to the grill, put the meat side down first with a little bit of some type of flavoring on it that's got maybe some mayonnaise on it or some butter on it so that it doesn't stick to the grill. Okay. I like to make the fish not stick to the grill instead of the grill not stick to the fish. A lot of people put everything onto the grill, but we put everything onto the fish, and then it goes on the grill, and it sits there with a little mayonnaise, and it's flavored with lemon juice and salt and pepper and stuff. Meat side down first, and be patient with it. Let it sear. Let it get that caramelization, that color, the grill marks on it, if you will. And then when you flip it, it's half the time to the back end, because you want the inside nice and moist and soft.
Now, are there some fish that you like to leave the skin on other than salmon, or?
I like to leave the skin on salmon, and that's pretty much the only one. There's a few snappers out there you can leave the skin on, some of the easier snappers, and that's about it.
Okay. And is there any certain seasonings that people should try? Is there something, I know a little salt, but what else is there out there that you think people who've never really played with seasoning should try?
I think, when I think about oysters, I think about you should eat your first oyster with nothing on it. Okay. And then with fish, I think you should keep it very simple. A little salt and pepper, maybe a little lemon juice, and just keep it as simple as possible the first time you're eating it. And then from there, to each his own. Back to the oyster, eventually you're loading it up with Tabasco and horseradish and the whole bit. But by that time, I don't know if you're tasting the oyster or not. But you should eat it fresh. You should eat it the first time almost in its most natural state, cooked, and enjoy it for what it is, and then to each his own after that.
Yeah, and the fresher it is, the better it's
The fresher it is, the better.
The one thing people ask me, I guess because of the TV show for so long, is when they go to the market, how do you buy fish? And my suggestion is if it smells like fish, don't buy it.
Exactly. And this actually happened to me years ago. I was out and I bought fish, and I didn't take the time to smell it or anything like that, and I got home, and boy, you knew as soon as it hit the grill, hit some heat, you knew it was bad. Fresh fish has no smell. Right. It's very neutral.
That's what I always tell people, because they always think, well, they caught fish, their car is going to smell. It really doesn't. If you caught it fresh and packed it on ice on the way home, you're going to be fine.
You're going to be fine.
It's going to be really good. Well, thank you, Chef. Those are
you're
great
welcome.
pointers.
A pleasure.
If you've never been to Gladstones, Gladstones in Long Beach is where Chef Pete is. Come down here. It's a beautiful location right on the harbor. The Aquarium Pacific's nearby. Long Beach Sport Fishing, Long Beach Sport Fishing is in the same harbor. And there's lots of other places that come visit in this area. But it's a great place to come. I've been here many times in the past, and thanks for helping us today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Right,
always a pleasure.
Thanks.